I'm literally in an easy 10 pain 10.
It's understandable.
I thought I was gonna wake up from surgery and be like, oh God, this has been gravy. I just went out of my surgery. I'm in excruciating pain.
I didn't want to take out my headband.
Why can't you put it?
Because then it's gonna...
That was the whole mission of taking it out?
I didn't want to take it out.
I always put the thing out to the side.
That wasn't it. I just wanted to have my headband like a little design.
That was a journey. You could do both.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you could.
Welcome to the podcast. Bye. Okay, go.
You and Mackie lived the life of being
grandeur
7 feet away from the microphone. And then everyone's like, Mackie, I can't hear you. He's like...
Maggie's like Mumbles McGee.
Like, why are people saying they can't hear me?
Stop. We're fine. Ew, what are you drinking?
I was going to tell you the story about this. Yesterday, I put this cup of coffee in the fridge.
Yeah.
It was filled with ice.
Yeah.
Somehow...
The ice melted.
The ice melted, and then I filled it with some oat milk.
Yeah, it looks watery.
And it's now at least 14 to 20 hours old.
Well, I will say that... These are loud. That ice melts in the fridge because it's not frozen.
This is how I grew up, though.
With what?
Drinking out of mason jars. We used to drink water out of the creek.
Ew. Why mason jars? I just have that because they sent it to me.
They sent it to you?
Mm-hmm. Sweet tea. Alabama sweet tea. Send it to me.
Alabama.
I'm an influencer, guys. That's what happens when you let them post your picture. That was actually the nicest thing ever. People never... I mean... Actually, no. People have sent me bathing suits so they can post a picture. That was nice.
We bought this in Texas, though.
Yeah. But they...
Alabama sweet tea.
But they also sent me one. I have 2.
Yeah, I know, but we bought the Alabama sweet tea originally.
Oh, they did. No, that was from Texas. They sent me a tumbler and like tea and stuff. They didn't send me that. Yeah. So, but welcome to the podcast.
Anyway, this is delicious.
You know, I'm drinking something that's not sponsored by the podcast,
but it's a pineapple seltzer.
It's a pineapple seltzer, so it's sponsored.
I'm gonna do outreach right now. We want to make seltzer. Pineapple flavored seltzer.
Oh my god, just telling everybody our things.
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the podcast is for. Yo, you know you can drop that down so it's not blocking your beautiful face.
I like it blocking me because I don't know what I look like right now.
You look good. Ugh. Beautiful. My beautiful wife.
Okay, chill out.
Marriage. Have we ever podcasted married? Yeah, we have.
I don't have my wedding band on.
You really
Because
don't?
If you guys want to know.
Dude, I don't know about this.
Because if you guys want to know, So
you're definitely the loudest person that's ever been on here.
Welcome. But a diamond fell out of my wedding band. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I wonder what...
That's
I wonder where...
$5,000.
No, but I wonder where the little piece of diamond is.
Honestly?
Yeah?
It's probably under the Ventnor Pier.
What?
Probably fell out during your shred session.
I haven't shredded in a very long time. What are you talking about? Maybe like my biking session.
That could be when it fell out, though, when you were shredding. What if you wore that surfing?
I have, by accident.
Wow.
And I just go like this the whole time.
I actually wore mine one time in Hawaii swimming, and it was about to fall off my finger. Look at that. What's the myth? That might be true.
Yeah, but you know what's weird? I wear this ring. I don't ever take it off to go swimming, anything.
What, the love ring?
The love ring, and that's an expensive ring, and it's never fallen off. But
that's not expensive.
I mean, it's gold and it was $600.
Compared to your wedding ring, though.
No, but I'm just saying.
So,
whatever, but welcome.
What I was going to say is... Wait, did I surf in this once? And I was clenching it the whole time.
Yeah, you have to. You like clench the whole time.
But
I'm saying I don't clench with this. That's so funny. It's just this one. Like I'm like clenching.
Because I was going to say, okay, the myth is true. They sell you, boys, gentlemen, people who are trying to get married, they sell you a ring that's too big for your finger because they think that once you're married, you're going to get fat and you're going to grow into the ring. And that's why a lot of guys will lose their ring. Check it.
I think more women gain weight the first year of marriage.
Everybody punches up.
Well, I think in any relationship, you gain weight in the beginning of a relationship because you're so happy. You're eating all the time. You're like, what are we getting? Where are we going? What are we getting? Like, let's eat food. Because that happened to us, like, not the first year, but maybe the second or third. we were doing weekly sharing a large pizza and getting French fries. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's you.
Ben, you eat a lot of pizza. I'm not even that big.
You order it.
Yeah, but because what else were we doing? So it was funny. This is how our journey of like being a couple and like eating went. You met me, skinniest I've ever been, but I also like wasn't eating. I was super like probably unhealthy. I was really, really tiny. Then that was like a year of me like still exercising, still like busting my ass at the gym, like eating really healthy. And then that next year I was like,
you know what?
We're just going to eat. What?
I'm just going to eat pizza.
Yeah.
I was quoting.
Well, no. You told me that rye bread was only 80 calories and it would have made me get fat. And so I started eating rye.
You can't just keep going back to that.
Ben, it's the only thing that I can remember. That's the reason why I started eating bread again. I didn't eat bread. I didn't have a slice of pizza for a year and a half.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
Ben told me rye toast is only 80 calories. You won't gain weight. But he didn't know that I was on the no bread diet. So then I started eating rye toast, and I was like, well, okay. Then like 2 to 3 years in, I gained like 10 pounds.
Rye toast is good. I'll just get a cheesesteak.
No, but you don't understand. I don't have that brain. I can't. If I start eating carbs, I just eat carbs.
Yeah, me too. That's why I tell you.
But you're a man. You can eat carbs and be fine. You burn more calories than me.
You're always like, yo, you can just have that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. But you do.
But I do. And then, no. Let's talk about how I don't buy toast and I don't buy bread. If I don't want to eat bread, I won't buy it even for Ben. And then he goes, there's not even bread in the pantry. And I'm like, because I don't want to see it. So, like, you have to understand that, too. Or should I have bread?
The bread beef is...
Bread's a hefty one. I hate bread.
All that Mac makes fun of me for is eating bread.
Because you eat a lot of bread. That's when you were vegan, that's all you eat is bread. Bread and Lenny and Larry's cookies.
That's bread.
It's pretty much
in Korea the whole time. I just ate bread because like it's either like fake croissants. They have like packaged everything, packaged donuts, packaged croissants, packaged peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah. And then Mac was just glowworms all day.
It's not glowworms, you freak.
Yes, it is. It is. You know, that's a good thing that you brought that up because I used to call them glowworms.
They're not glowworms.
Trolleys.
They're just sour worms.
Okay, Mac. We rolled up to South Korea, 15 hours of quarantine, went to the nearest gas station. Mm-hmm. Mac goes to the thing, turns around with a thing of candy. He goes to the counter, turns around, it says glowworms.
That's in South Korea, though. I don't think here they call.
When we were kids, they were called glowworms.
Let's Google it. Glowworms. Let's say glowworms.
You definitely should have been on this mic, and I should have been on that one.
I'll talk.
Because that one's
okay. Then I'm going from here, dude. Glowworms. Literally, what pops up is
trolley.
No,
worms.
like worms.
Oh, like glow in the dark worms.
What's it called? A candy?
Gummy candy.
They're called sour bite crawlers. Okay, that's actually what they're called. The trolley sour bite crawlers.
So I call these things glowworms.
Look.
Everyone seems to have a problem with it.
Sour glowworms.
Thank you.
But guess what? It's from a different country.
What country?
I don't know. It has like is like the thing like this. Is that European?
So then guess what?
You're European.
No. I have flashbacks from another life.
100%, because you clearly were like European or something in a past life.
Remember, because in the beginning...
Yeah, they're all different.
When we first started hanging out with Mac, and I went on a couple of trips with him, you'd be like, well, what does Mac get? And I'd be like, glowworms. Because that's back when I ate...
Or is it a Mandela effect, and it used to be called glowworms, and then they switched the packaging?
100%.
Yeah, it's probably a Mandela effect. You guys know what that is? Probably.
The Mandela effect.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Because you probably used to be called that, and then they switched it. Because, like, that's actually creepy that you're eating something that's glowing, you know? Weird marketing.
Interesting marketing.
Mm-hmm. It worked on you.
Jif peanut butter.
What?
Used to be called Jiffy.
It still is, isn't it, sometimes?
Jif. I remember it as Jiffy.
Jiffy Lube, though. Maybe that's where you're getting confused.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Jordan.
Maybe, because it's two words too common.
No, I know. We know each other too well.
Why?
Because I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my God. Well, that's... Yeah, but anyways, back to the diet. That's what happens when you get skinny, you get fat, skinny again, fat. It's just like it's just life in general. I mean, we've both been people that struggle with our weight.
Yeah, but whenever I'm fat, I think I'm skinny. And then whenever I'm skinny, I think I'm fat.
No, 100%. Well, I just think I'm fat all the time.
So, like, I was like, damn, dude, I'm so cut for this wedding. Dude, those wedding pictures.
Oh, my God. Well,
not a vibe.
Well, okay, so I'll talk about that then. And just I just broke this.
Love breaking my stuff.
I'm not touching it. Oh, let's not get into that.
We're beefing today.
Beefing. No. So I wasn't 100% thrilled on like the weight I was at the wedding, but I also was like kind of, when I get stressed and I kind of get depressed, I do the opposite. A lot of people like don't eat. I was eating more and not doing as much like exercise, even like going outside. So anyways, long story short, I wasn't exactly thrilled with the wedding photos, like how I looked. So then this premiere, I'm using it as an excuse. Like literally, this is how I should have been at the wedding. I've been going to the gym. I've been eating super healthy. I've been trying to walk if I'm not going to the gym. Like totally different than.
Is it working?
I think so. I feel better. How about you?
I feel great.
Have you been eating healthy?
I'm on the El Slamo diet.
Exactly.
I go to El Slamo every day.
Yeah.
And serve.
I was thinking maybe today we should, after, again later, we could go to get a real bike.
A bicycle?
I want like a real bike because like I don't know if I'm ready to go. I went
Target?
Yeah,
they're sold out 100%.
No, they're not. Still
I guess it's not 2020 vibes.
No, they have stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know because like you can get a kind of cheap bike and then like I can use it to like, because the Murphs are great, but there's no exercise in those. And like, I don't know. I was thinking riding.
You feel like you're exercising though.
Yeah, you come home like, oh, it's exhausted.
You do come home tired. All right, I want to dive into this.
All right.
Because this is the first time in my life that I forgot about the anniversary of my injury, which was yesterday. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm emotionally moving on from it.
Yeah, because you've grown.
I've grown out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was obviously one of the most detrimental things that ever happened to me, and it weighed on my mind heavily. Have you ever been injured? Little broken arm?
Broke my arm and fractured. What's worse, fracture or sprain? Fractured.
Fracture is worse than a sprain.
I fractured my ankle and I broke my arm. I broke my wrist.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I made
Pretty
the lady
hardcore.
Made the lady cut off my cast before it was due, and so
that's
probably
really
why
hardcore.
I was like,
because there's a hurricane swell coming.
I don't know why I did that. I was crazy. Like I was just like, take this off, and they were like, what?
It's kind of a thing. We used to cut our casts off as kids.
Yeah.
Like I've taken multiple casts off both of my brothers.
Yeah, well, I didn't take it off
really
myself.
Stupid.
I don't even know why the nurse listened to me.
And that's why my body hurts to this day. I have aches and pains all over my body from all my stupid injuries that I didn't take seriously.
Yeah. So
I thought I was invincible.
Yeah. But that was mine. Not too crazy.
So if people have joined into the vlog life late, later on, maybe should I say not late, or recently, or maybe just started watching the podcast or the vlog. So speaking of being invincible, I thought I was invincible till I was about 26 years old. And me and my brothers used to do Jackass style stunts.
Kev just called me. Darn it. Sorry.
We're going to have to call him back. Yeah. He probably has all the answers we need.
I know. Whatever.
So,
that gives me anxiety.
Me and my brothers used to do Jackass style stunts, and we had a YouTube channel called Nub TV. And Nub was an acronym for Nobody's Unliked Buddy, which meant that we would accept anybody into our friend group no matter who they were, what they looked like, what color their skin was, what people thought of them. I mean, good people, obviously.
Yeah.
So we came up with Nub when I was like 11 years old, me and my friend Mike Nespor. And Mike Nespor eventually ended up dying in a motorcycle accident when I was 23. So that is the reason that I kept the Nub Nation around. That's why I call my following the Nub Nation. Anyway, 2 years after Mike died, pretty much I drank heavily my whole life. And we did stunts. So one day I decided that I was going to jump out of the back of a moving truck, and I landed on the ground. I went through the mats that I was supposed to land on. I had mats stacked up, and I went through the middle of the mats, and I went straight into the hard ground. And my left knee hit the ground and bent sideways. Hit the ground and folded completely sideways. My patellar tendon snapped. My kneecap was up in my hip, and my other tendon was down in my shin. And if I had stepped on this leg, it would have folded in half, and I would have lost my leg. So I had at least 5 knee injuries before that throughout my life. So when I hurt that, I said to myself, oh, I tore my ACL. Thought I was really smart.
That you were smarter than like
A doctor,
yeah.
And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I definitely tore my ACL. Like, what should I do? And she was like, well, it's Sunday. Do you want to go to the hospital right now? And I was like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'd rather just sleep and go to the orthopedic surgeon. Which, the only reason I got in to see Dr. Sakati is because I had torn my knee when I was 19, and Rothman had referred me to Sakati.
Yeah.
So I already had an ACL tear when I was younger.
Yeah.
And Sakati was my randomly my doctor. And so anyway, I went and saw Dr. Sakati 2 days later on a Tuesday morning. I went in there and he was the most furious person I've ever seen in my life. He said, "Are you kidding me right now? You're about to get your leg amputated. We have to prep you for surgery." So they prepped me for surgery, sent me over to the hospital. I laid in the hallway for 16 hours thinking I was going to get my leg amputated.
So terrifying.
And they gave me all the IVs, everything. I was ready to go into surgery. They messed up the MRI once, and I had to wait hours again to get it back. I had to get all these tests on my veins, all my blood flow, everything. Anyway, ended up that I didn't actually have to lose my leg. So
yes, you still have it, thank God.
That was the lowest point in my whole entire life. And yesterday was the anniversary of that incident.
Anniversary of the injury.
Of the injury itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this whole week, 7 years ago, you were just losing your mind.
For 11 days.
Well, it's Tuesday, so you are.
Tuesday's the day I went to the doctor.
You went to the doctor, and they were like, "Today's the day you're getting your leg chopped off."
Yeah. So 7 years ago today, I thought that I was about to lose my left leg. Look at that thing.
Yeah, you need to do more exercises.
I love you so much.
That's wild.
Yeah. So that's the thing that changed me inside. What were you doing 7 years ago today? You were sober already.
I was. So that was 7 years ago.
2015.
2015. I was it was my first semester back at college, getting my degree.
Cabrini?
Yeah, because I was sober for like a year. So 2013, May of 2013 to May of 2014, that was a year. Then after that summer, 2014 summer, I started applying to schools, I think. And then I got in for the 2015. I got in 2015. I started in January.
So you were sober in 2013?
May 2013. It's coming up in like 2 weeks.
I would love to ask you about it right now, but I think it's for a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, we've done it before, but we can redo it.
I think we should go back in.
Yeah, but so then this was my first semester back. I was probably just finishing up college, and then I was coming back. I moved home, and then I came back here to work in the summer. I worked at the golf course, I believe.
There you go.
Where did I have an internship? I don't know, but that's what I was doing. Just sober Sally. Might have started working out. Forget. Might have started losing weight.
So, like when you get sober and for a while it's just weird? 2 weeks maybe? 3 weeks? Kind of weird?
What do you mean? It was like 10 years for me.
It's like a wishy-washy of emotions and
yeah.
And thoughts and almost like guilt, maybe regret, some weird stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
And because you're finally dealing with a lot of stuff that you just compress down.
Yeah.
And then like after a couple weeks or months, however it goes for people, you start having all these moments of clarity. Mm-hmm. What do you think like your first moment of clarity was?
This has been so long. Well, my first moment of clarity was before I got sober.
Oh, to get sober.
Mm-hmm. That was my first moment of clarity. And I like remember it perfectly. But then it really wasn't much because my sobriety was like really like it was just not easy. I don't want to say it was hard, very hard, but it was like because I went away, it scheduled out my sobriety a little bit better than if you just like go one day and get sober. Like I don't know how people like I know you weren't like a quote unquote like an addict or alcoholic, but like you just got sober and like didn't do any work in the way of talking to anybody or anything. Like I did all that. But I went to like rehab for like pretty much 6 months. Yeah,
I don't think my path is a path to follow.
Not if you're a true alcoholic or an addict, no.
Struggling.
But if you are just a person that wants to better their life, change their life, and become who they know they can be, yes, you're a great role model.
Yeah.
But like if you're like literally drinking from the day,
heroin. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't find your vlog anyways.
Maybe.
No, well, I'm just saying if they didn't have a phone. But no, like it's just a different path. But no, I didn't have like that aftermath because it was just such a process like this. It was the beforehand that I had mine.
Yeah.
Which I think you probably did too.
Oh, well, I tried to get sober multiple times.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me because like I just never, like I was in the lifestyle and being sober was never even like, I just guess it was because like your family was pro sobriety.
Well, my parents have been sober for 30 plus years. So
yeah,
they were always like, yo, if you, which is weird because part of my childhood was if you want to figure it out, you have to get sober. And that's such a weird thing to be taught. Yeah,
because I always say this to you. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with,
because
I see
what's funny
tons of successful people that aren't sober.
Yeah, but what's funny about it is that it was true for me.
Exactly, and then that's what I mean. But I think you have genes in you. Yeah. You have genes that make it so if you're not sober, it's going to it's going to hinder your future because it's in your genes.
I mean,
take it to the next level.
I'm still obviously like not normal. I have the ability to just go way over the line.
I think you're an addict in so many other ways.
And I think I took it over the line with novelty waves in my business, which benefited me, but it's still not healthy.
No, you're literally a workaholic. You are a workaholic.
Because I mean, like if I ever look at myself from an outside perspective, I don't think I know anybody who would take their jet ski into the Delaware Bay to track down non-existent tankerways 15 times. Everyone would be like, first of all, no, I'm not doing that the first time. Second of all, they'd be like, I didn't find a wave yet. I'm not. If they went, they'd be like, there's no waves out here. Period. Done.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're an addict in other ways.
But it's paid off for me in a lot of ways.
Exactly. But that's why you can't drink, because if you were drinking, that 15 times would have been about 5, because the other 10 times you would have been like, you know what I mean?
Nah, I never would have gone. I would have dreamed about going.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem. I used to sit at Maynard's and just like scratch the label off of my beer bottle and dream about the stuff I wanted to do. And I never thought it was possible. I've actually cried before because I wanted to be a pro surfer and I couldn't.
Get it.
And I cried drunk before.
Well, makes sense. But you're a very emotional person, I would say. You hide it, but you're emotional. You're in tune with your emotions more than most men.
So, well, I don't lie to myself.
Yeah, like I feel like most guys are like so guarded and they don't like let. But I need.
That's very unhealthy.
Yeah, you're good.
So I tried to get sober for one. I went from Halloween all the way to Thanksgiving in 2014. So Halloween I got super wasted.
Yeah.
And is that backwards or am I right?
No, I was just laughing because you said all the way, and I was like, "That's like 2 weeks."
Yeah, it was.
You know, I'm just like.
So
you have to be able to take a joke. I'm just joking.
No, I didn't know what you were saying.
Because it was like Halloween all the way to Thanksgiving.
That was. Well, I had tried to get sober before that, but that was like my big leap of faith.
But I think like the terrifying thing of saying getting sober is where it gets scary. Because, like, in your head, it was like, I want to get, I don't know. But, like, for me, it was, like, always, like, getting sober was the terrifying thing. I needed to learn to say it wasn't about getting sober. It was about staying sober for a day at a time. Because it was, like, getting sober was so, like...
It's too much.
Overwhelming. Because you were how old when you were trying to do that?
20s.
Early 20s.
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Like 24, 25.
Exactly. So I was 23. And you can't tell a 23-year-old, guess what? You're done. Never. You have to be sober. I was like... That word is terrifying. I don't need to be sober, you know?
Yeah. And well, I mean, I can relate that to like when I went to South Korea. Mm-hmm. Totally different. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna be 8,000 miles from my house. Mm-hmm. If you try to imagine that on the realistic scale, you start trembling and having panic attacks on the plane. But then you break it down to like, no, that's not true. I'm here right now.
Yeah.
I'm not 8,000 miles away from my house because my house is right here. This is me.
That's not what you said in the vows. You said your home is with me.
You are.
I am.
You are, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I'm just messing.
Like you have to keep it relative to your situation.
Yeah.
And if it helps you to say, maybe I will drink again someday, then that'll help. But I mean, hopefully you don't.
So you had your knee. Okay, but then you had your knee injury. I know you started drinking again, but...
Well, I got sober.
But no, you whatever. You didn't drink that whole time. Like...
Well, after my injury, The only thing I was doing was the pain pills that they gave me.
Yeah.
That's not drug use.
No. I mean, if you need it, you need it.
No. I was in so much pain, I clearly never got high off of pain medicine. Mm-hmm. But, no, I was sober from all the way 90 days, 3 months. I was sober.
That's what I mean. So then, and then you started drinking, and then how long from...
Or maybe not 90. I'm sorry. Not quite. Not. It was like 2 months, not 3 months.
So then, okay, and then you started drinking, and then you went that whole summer drinking.
Yep. And I couldn't surf. I wasn't allowed to surf. I could walk around, and I had a knee brace and an ice thing and all this stuff.
Yeah, so then it was the next summer, the next winter.
Yeah, so it was... So I tried to get sober that fall, winter. Yeah. Drank through Christmas. Bang, bang. Drank through winter. Drank into the spring. Injured myself. Got sober. Picked it back up into the fall.
Into the fall. Got sober. And then... So it's literally within a year span of your injury. That's when you got sober and you stayed sober.
Yeah, actually, like, it had a lot to do with Frank Chase. Because I had all these sober attempts, and me and Frank were making music around the time, and we were hanging out a bunch, and Frank texted me one day, and he was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I have to change my life. And I was like, dude, I've been having the same thought.
Yeah.
And we both got sober on Christmas morning. Mm-hmm. And which is funny because Hob bought me a 30-pack for Christmas.
Yeah, I watched that vlog before.
That's how much of a drunks we were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how cheap we were.
$30 though.
That was not $30. That was like the worst beer I remember. It was like
Hams?
Bush or Hams. It was probably like $10.
I mean, I could say this. There was a beer called
Hams. I don't even know what Hams is. I thought it was Bush.
I don't think Hams gets you drunk. Me and Turner might have split one before, and 15 beers each, and it didn't work.
I never even had Hams, so I don't know.
But we thought it was funny because it's like going ham.
Wow, you know? That's true.
I thought a lot of stuff was funny that's not funny when I used to drink.
Well, clearly. I mean, look at Mackie. Every time he says something, I'm like, it's not even.
Joe Mama.
Oh, God. Did he talk about that on the podcast?
Yes.
That's amazing. He's out of control.
So, yeah. And then Christmas Day, I don't know what changed. And then, you know what's funny is I actually started my vlog as 1 year sober challenge.
I know. Yeah, you did.
That's was my
funny.
vlog. Yeah. And it was called Nub TV Vlogs.
I do remember that.
And because I had started vlogging with my injury because I had nothing else to do. So, you know, I thought vlogging was really, really corny. And I was not secure with myself enough to vlog until my injury. Yeah. My injury made me say everything and what anybody thinks about me. Because once I'm hurt, no one's here. All I have is myself, really. Once I was
it makes
hurt.
me so sad.
No, that's reality, though.
I know, but you didn't have anybody visiting you. You said
I had some friends. Yeah, not like you would think because everyone else just goes on with their life.
Yeah, I always say that about people that you change your. Like someone does something bad and then whatever, and then it's like, yeah, but like we can't dwell on that. Like I have my own life. Like I can only dwell on something for so long, and then you just move on. And
100%.
And that's just life.
Yeah, but for sure. I mean, I don't blame anybody.
No. But
so
that's actually good that I didn't meet you then.
When we were drinking?
No, because I wouldn't have really met you. Well, yeah, that too. But like injured. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
But it's good because I met you when you were already 6 months sober. That's what I mean. Like you were like drinking, and then the injury would have been like hectic.
And like that was a really, I think God or whatever, the universe was like, yo, bro, you gotta close this chapter of your life, dude. Give up.
What, drinking?
Just the whole thing, the stunts.
Oh well, yeah, that. Because, I mean, major. That was a wake up call, but it makes me sad because you when we met, you still tried a little bit.
Yeah, but when I met you, this is the weirdest thing that ever happened.
What?
When I met you, I had a show on MTV that we didn't film yet. I was contracted with MTV for a freaking TV show.
Yeah, and do you remember that you were like, gotta move to California, like, this is it. And I was like, who is this guy? And like, why is he acting like he's gonna be on MTV?
But can you believe that though? That is, she's like, nah, I can't actually. No, because it wasn't true.
No, it was true, but I just knew that, like, I don't know, something about that whole scenario. I was like, you were so much better surfing.
But like,
I didn't see value in Nub TV anymore because I didn't see value in that stuff. So I just always was on the path of like, just do your own thing,
Yeah, but
that was sad though when you like got canceled, and I even felt bad for you.
Because like, well, it was weird because we shot the pilot. Mm-hmm. MTV bought the show. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is nuts. 10 episodes, $60,000 in my pocket. At that time, I had no money. I was like, this is how you do it. This is it. So we were waiting for August, right? August? Mm-hmm. Yeah, August of that year, whatever year it was, for me to go out to
2016.
For me to go out to California for 2 months and film a show.
Mm-hmm. And you were going to move there and become a big Hollywood star, you told me.
No, I did not tell you that. But meanwhile, so shows here. Meanwhile, novelty surfing is here. My daily thing. What I'm doing with my life.
Yeah, you were surfing
what I'm
a lot.
Actually doing with my life. Yeah. Not what I think I should be.
Yeah.
Not what I'm imagining my life is. What my life actually was. And that's divine intervention. There was a crossroads.
And they canceled it.
When the show got canceled.
You weren't supposed to go in August. You were supposed to go later. Because it was when Florida, for Thanksgiving, I flew in for like the couple days before, which I guess you were in Florida for Thanksgiving. Weird.
I don't know.
I flew in the day before, a couple days before Thanksgiving. No, like a week before, and that's the week that you...
Oh, then it was October.
It was like October, November that you...
We were going to shoot.
The show... that you got the call that it was canceled.
Yeah, but we were supposed to go shoot because...
You weren't supposed to shoot till after like probably
it was a whole nother year.
Yeah, it was like you weren't supposed to shoot for a while.
We were going to shoot in the spring, and it was going to come out when school went back in.
It was something like that.
We were going to shoot in April, May.
Because I remember coming down there and I was like, oh, God, this is going to be wild. Because you were really upset and I didn't know how to handle it.
Dude, can I tell you a crazy story? And I might have told you this before. We went to Sebastian Inlet the morning after they canceled the show.
Yeah, I remember. And it was nice. And you had like some
And I was out in the water. I'm actually getting the chills. And I said, God...
Oh, see, you get too emotional. I can't. Guys, I'm not an emotional lady.
I was at my lowest. My lowest. They took away my TV show that I worked my whole life for.
Yeah.
And I said, God, I need a sign. Like, I was like, you mother...
Yeah, I know. You're sad. That's why I didn't want to come down. I was so scared.
I was like, dude, you can't do this to me. I need a sign. And it was like the crappiest ways that ever...
yeah, they were bad. I remember.
Bad. And out of nowhere came a 4-foot barrel.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It came sideways, full Sebastian Inlet wedge, and I have it on GoPro. I have the shot. And I got barreled, and I wasn't deep at all. It was so...
But it was something.
It was garbage, pretty much. But for me, at that moment, that was it. And I was like, I need you to tell me... You know, they say you should never challenge the universe or God or whatever. Like, you need to have faith. Don't challenge him.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes he answers.
Yeah, I agree.
And... I got the crappiest little barrel, but in that moment of my life...
You were living it. That was it.
That was the moment.
Yeah.
And was that the Come Sail Away vlog?
Yes, because we were... and it was cute, and it was cold. And that was the trip that... I was like, oh, I'm going to Florida. It's going to be like warm. Only brought summer clothes. It was 40 degrees every day. It was so cold.
But I was like, dude, you need to tell me if this is if this is it. Because like, I can't do this anymore. I put decade plus into getting a TV show, and I just lost it for the third or fourth time.
Yeah, but thank God.
Think about if I got all the TV shows that I had contracts with. I would have had 4 different TV shows.
Yeah, but life doesn't work out. You weren't meant to be known for that. I think you're actually too good of a human to be known for
a reality show.
No, because reality show, I watch reality TV all the time. You're too good of a person to be known for that. Couldn't have helped enough people. You help too many people on a daily basis from your vlog. If you were just doing Jackass stunts, okay, you'd make people laugh, but you weren't going to change them, make them sober. Like, you've had how many people have been like, I literally get sober because I watch your vlogs, it helps, like, or get me through, disease and treatments and all that stuff.
100%. Like I told you before in the car, it's divine intervention.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm living the purpose that I'm supposed to be here for. Mm-hmm. Beyond anything.
Wow. I mean, good for you, bub. Good for you.
So are you, though.
Am I?
I think you get confused. But you need to know that you're here for a reason because you made the pineapple.
Yeah, if you didn't date me, I did. I made it. 100%. I made it, and I came up with it. As much as you want to say I didn't.
Well, all that I said was I want my. All I said was I want the candle to be a punk rock pineapple.
He did not say punk rock. I'm telling you.
Yes, I did.
Benjamina, I remember Googling. Like, I was like, I think a pineapple skull. I remember Googling.
Here
See?
we go.
Rolls his eyes.
This is where it gets lost in translation.
I would like to know where all the...
My mom crumbled them up and threw them out.
No, do not say that. She saves everything. If she didn't save those pieces of paper, I would be... Because I would like those to be hung in this office because that would be really, really cool.
This is what happened. And I would put my hand on the Bible for this one.
Wait, do you have it on your old, like, a hard drive or something?
That computer that's sitting right there.
Can it ever work?
Yeah.
You should get it.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Matunas hit me up.
Oh.
Wanted to make a candle.
Yeah.
I said, what can compete with coconut surf wax? Pineapple surf wax.
Yeah.
The guy said, that's not bad. Because my other idea was coffee, remember?
Yeah, and he said coffee candles.
Coffee or pineapples?
They don't work.
He said people don't want a brown candle that smells like coffee. So I said pineapple. And then I said,
oh my God, is the candle still lit in the living room?
For 2 weeks?
No, I just lit it earlier.
Oh, and I wanted it to be a punk rock pineapple. And at that time, there was only one pineapple on Google with sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I could point out which one it is. Before we made that logo, there was only one, and it was not related to surfing in the slightest. It was like a band or something. Like some crazy obscure thing.
Okay.
And you drew the pineapple. Yeah. But it was my idea.
I remember it way different, but that's fine.
Let's hear it.
I just remember that we were coming up with flavors and coming up with scents, and I was like, and I remember Googling. I literally remember Googling and being like,
because I said it.
No. I remember Googling and being like, I have an idea, and Googling it, and it was that. So, whatever.
Objection.
I mean, why would I draw?
Objection, Your Honor.
Why would I have driven it? If it wasn't my idea, why would I be like, I'll try it?
Hearsay.
Draw it. I'm like stuttering. Just saying, like, if it wasn't my idea, why would I have cared? Because at that point,
because you were helping me out.
I just mean like in the way that like.
You hear my jaw?
Yeah. Oh my God, my jaw does that. I'm not right now. I don't know. I just still think that I came up with the whole idea, but that's fine.
I'm gonna tell you another story.
What?
I
I don't even know what song that was supposed to be.
Because it was that off. No, I bought those candles.
Yeah, and we sold them.
I spent $800 on them.
Yeah.
No, wait, $1,800 on them. And when I sold out of candles, I had $5,000 in my bank account. And I was like...
I made it, boys.
I was like, dude, this is my career.
Yeah, the pineapples.
I got $5,000.
I know, and then but didn't like your mom give you money or something?
What?
No, like I just remember like you had money that like remember when you guys like had an account, like she had the power to it.
Okay, yeah.
And then, like you
this
needed
is
to
a
like
whole, this is like how much time we got here?
I don't know, but I have to leave soon.
38
so it's fine.
minutes. Where are you going? Where are you going? Nah, be honest with the people.
I'm not telling. Goodbye.
What are you getting?
Not telling. It's my secret.
What are you doing?
Ben, shut up.
Hair extensions?
No, that's tomorrow morning.
Do you know how much of this audio is going to be not usable?
I'm just talking. Okay, fine. But no, I feel like wasn't it like you had to ask your mom for the money for the t-shirts?
No, I never got money. Oh, the Nub shirts? The Nub TV t-shirts. That was old.
No. When we did the pineapple t-shirts, I remember that you didn't have the money to like, and then like, I just remember something like that. It was interesting.
I didn't have the money.
Like, she might have been like, I have this money.
Did my mom fund me?
I don't know if she funded you or she was more like, I can take the money out of your account.
But I didn't
But like, she was like, oh.
No, I didn't make the the t-shirts till after the candles, so I wouldn't have needed money because I had the $5,000.
Oh, then maybe I just remember it being different.
Well, there was a point when I had a savings account, and it was in my mom's name, and I set it up, went to the bank with my mom, and I put money in it. This is when I was like younger even.
Yeah.
But I still had the account when I was dating you. And I was like, yo, Mom, no matter what happens, don't let me touch this money.
Maybe that was it.
And I used to argue over the money all the time.
You were like, there was how much money in it?
At one point?
No, I'm saying like when you still were arguing at some point, like...
A lot.
Oh.
$35,000?
So when you started dating me, you had $35,000 in that bank account. But you didn't have any money.
Yeah, because I had it all in the savings.
Oh my God, this is insane. You literally acted like you had no money when we went to California. And
dude, I got a check for that MTV show. You're forgetting this. I got a check from that MTV show for $27,500.
No,
the show that
way
got canceled.
Later. I'm saying the first time I went to California with you.
Yeah, I had money in my account, my mom's account.
So when we were struggling that trip, like you were like, I have to cash this check because I only have $2 to my name. You really had $30,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You didn't know that.
And I was like, I'll pay for dinner.
Thank you.
Ben, I paid for Cheesecake Factory and the Mexican restaurant.
Think about it as an investment because it came back to you. And
I paid for the hotel.
Yeah, but there was no way I was getting that money. You call my mom and try to get it from her.
But that's
see how
so
that goes.
Funny. I was like, I felt so bad.
That was the smartest thing I ever did, though.
I know, but it's just funny. I didn't know. I thought you literally had $0 to your name.
No.
Thank God. Okay, that's good.
Because we're getting real deep now, but when I sold the Ocean City property that I owned,
yeah, it was way later though.
That got me but with that money and the previous money I had, I was at $85,000.
Yeah, so you felt.
And then I took that $85,000. I actually want to make a whole nother podcast about this. I took that $85,000 and put it into the new house, and that's why the loan was so small.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Which is crazy to think about because
you
remember
put $70,000 in it.
Yeah, but remember I only had $4,000 after I bought the house.
Yeah, but it came back.
And I owed the plumber $3,000.
Ugh, that guy.
He was a legend.
I saw him. Remember we saw him once, or I saw him. I saw him without you.
Tommy Castorani.
That guy was wild.
I love him. So, but I want to make another podcast about how I made those
financial decisions.
Very brutal, but very emotionally brutal, but very strategically smart financial decisions to crawl my way into a nicer house. I'm still crawling right now.
Oh, I mean, you don't give this house enough credit. I like it.
I like it.
People think I'm crazy when I say that.
That you don't love it?
No, they're like I'm just at the point. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I just don't settle.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, like I can't settle. It's not like I don't love this house. I'm grateful for the house. Think it's amazing. Like we've made it our own. Really cute. But I'm like, maybe it makes sense that people do. Like there is those families that like continuously move and like go and like
maybe we're one of them.
Like maybe I don't have like this like crazy like attachment. Like I have attachment to my parents' houses. Like I would die without them. I love them so much, but I don't know.
Well,
I can move tomorrow. Not even think twice, probably.
I was telling the financial guy I was just talking to this morning. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, how do you guys feel in your new house? And I was like, honestly, like I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But I want to live in a big house on the bay.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we're going to get you there, but you got to be chilling for a minute.
I know. I heard him say that. I'm saying like we have some issues. But like, that's good.
Emotional issues?
Clearly. No, but that's good because imagine if we were just the two people trying to settle. I might not have the craziest work ethic like you do, but I also know that I'm not just going to live here or be fine for the rest of my... Like, I always want to strive...
have to be.
And I think I'd be fine with that because I'm grateful for what we have. But I say, like, if you don't strive for better, you're only going to stay the same.
Well... Yeah, so my thing is always, what if? I'm a what-ifer. That's my life. That's why I work so hard. Because I say, what if tomorrow, some random way, every single company that I work for goes out of business?
I agree, because that was my only fear about Margate. because that house, I was like, what if? Because this house
is a what if, or it's
totally fine.
You could live in here for life.
100%.
If we got smoked
this house
tomorrow, I would sell Margate, pay this house off, and I would just start working an editing job, and then we would be fine.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
I might not be able to accomplish all the goals that I have set right now, but we'd be fine.
Exactly. No, that's what I mean. Like, this house is that for me. Like, if there's a what if, God forbid, I'm good here.
Yeah.
Margate scared me. That's the only. But then now I'm fine. I love this place. Think it's cute.
It's a big vibe.
It's a big vibe. I would like Brandon Kelly to come and do our landscaping, but it looks like he's doing landscaping down the street. And
there's no way Brandon Kelly is watching 45 minutes into this.
Well, we're gonna put a PSA on the caption. Brandon Kelly come to our landscaping.
So
your knee
today
injury
is a day of celebration.
Cheers, bub. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Cheers. Wait, you have to look me in the eye. Look in the eye.
What do they say in Italy?
Salute.
Salud.
What? Why do you have a D on it? I think it might be. I don't know. But
I made it.
You made it.
I can walk. I can talk. I'm a real boy.
You can surf.
I can surf.
You have accomplished a lot, and the knee injury was only really the beginning of
the end.
No, what? Ew.
No, it was the beginning of everything.
It was the end of an era that you can have, and you can.
So thank you, stunts.
Exactly, because without stunts, without your knee.
Thank you, Bam Margera, for influencing my childhood so hard.
And thank you, Bam Margera, for me having such a attraction,
a crush on people who do stunts,
and me watching Nub TV and manifesting that one day I would date Ben.
Can I just say that I loved Jackass 4?
It was good.
And Poopies is the man. I'm so proud of him. I can't even believe it that he's in that movie.
I know, legendary.
What a god.
Yeah.
But I can't believe Bam's not in it.
I know.
I can't believe it.
Well, he was in one clip. We caught it.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was in one clip, but they tried to cut him out.
Yeah,
couldn't cut him out.
In the marching band clip on the treadmill, I saw Bam in the background. They did a lot of cuts, and I was freeze framing it, going, "That's Bam! I swear to God, that's Bam!" And he got rocked.
I know.
You heard his head. And Bam is the reason that Jackass is big. Bam was my hero.
Bam was way better than Wild Boys. Bam was my hero. What do you mean? I had the massivest crush on him.
Bam was my hero.
Pretty sure he was in my locker as a kid.
Speaking of sobriety, I really hope that Bam gets sober and takes over the world again.
Hell yeah, he should. He should do it in spite. Like
and is the man. And if he got sober, he could make a comeback. Everybody's rooting for him.
I know. Well, I was just thinking, if everyone got along in the fam, you could do like not a Nub TV reunion type that like you guys tried to do with like the stunts again, but like what if you did like a sit down like not podcast because it's a little much, but like I see like everybody who was ever in Nub TV like sitting down and then they have one person like asking questions.
That'd be sick.
And it was kind of like a reunion, but like it could be like all of you guys, like I could just picture it.
Yeah, dude. My ears though.
Oh. That's how I talk. But I could just picture it. It would be really cool. And you wouldn't have to do anything. You go flashback, but like it would be cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I said yesterday in the podcast with Mackie, if we had a big corporation or a billionaire that just backed us,
we can do a lot more.
Every single idea we ever came up with, they were just like, we're doing it.
I mean, I think that's what is with like Jake Paul and all them. Like that's what it was.
I think either Barstool Sports. I don't think they would have the vision, but I think they should buy us out, or like Hurley should buy us out for like $50 million.
Yeah, well, I'm manifesting my own thing with Barstool. I would like to work for them one day. So
doing what?
I've been manifesting that in my head. Never said it out loud, but manifesting Barstool for years. I want to work for that company. Don't know what I want to do, but I want to work for them.
Nice.
Something.
Manifestation.
I just am obsessed with the company. I think it's great.
Here's my thing. If a big company bought us out and brought our whole squad on salaries, and I could just be creative and I didn't have to focus on all the stuff that I have to focus on a daily basis, and all that I had to do was just come up with my ideas, I think we would take off like wildfire.
100%.
Wildfire. Yeah. It's just hard to find that situation where someone says, all right, I'm ready to invest in something that is going to take me a couple of years to be profitable.
Yeah.
But like I see us as Barstool Sports. I don't have any hesitation saying that we can get there.
Yeah.
At all.
Now my mind's just rolling. Sorry.
Your ideas are blowing up?
Just like thinking about like all this stuff, but I agree.
We do have a new intern coming on board.
You better get to work, boys.
Some people call him the surf cowboy.
Or just you. Isn't that his Instagram name or something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good podcast. Haven't been on in a while.
Just wrapping up my injury podcast.
Mackie. Okay. Yeah, I think I should. Honestly. I think that's where we're at. What? I was just kidding. Ben's a little sensitive on the podcast. Like, it's actually crazy.
I was joking.
I've said like 3 or 4 things that were kind of like they were 100% jokes, but you were like, oh, she's making fun of me on live television.
What are you talking
That's how you've been acting.
You know what I find funny is like when you and Mac, like Mackie always knows what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
when you and Mac go off on your tirades about how I feel, I'm always like,
Ben,
if these people only knew how I actually felt.
I said I was gonna wrap. You were like, "Oh, wrapping up my podcast." I was like, "Yeah,
I was joking.
I think I should." And then you looked at me like you gave me play back the footage. You gave me a look of like such hatred. Like, really? Is this what you're doing right now?
You're on something else, dude. Might be another planet. All right, so I gotta get to my Botox appointment.
Nah, you're a dick. Now you have to edit it.
I love you, Jordan Verney.
I love you,
Jordan
Ben.
Gravy. I love you.
Love you, Ben.
Congratulations on 5 months of marriage. It's gonna be a painful 50 years.
Oh God, very painful.
Thanks for being here for me. Thank you guys for being here for me. I know a lot of people who watch this have actually been here since before the injury, during the injury, after the injury. But you guys have been here for a long time, so thank you. I truly love and appreciate everything more than you could ever imagine. This whole vlog and this whole podcast and this whole lifestyle has made my heart so full. And I don't really know how to repay everyone except for just continuing to make you smile and continuing to try to inspire everyone with my story and with the videos that we make. So thank you, and I'm just happy I can walk around. So that's how simple you got to make it sometimes.
Will you go for a walk with me after
the podcast?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I did enough walking.
See how mean he is? I ask him to go for walks all the time.
Nah, we can do it. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next podcast. For the dream.
For the dream.